Hi everyone! Let's talk about concept posters and concept pitches as human-centered design methods. I'm Debbie Pixton. What is a concept poster or a concept pitch? Both concept posters and concept pitches are strategies for presenting key points of a new or revised idea. A concept poster visually illustrates these key points, while a concept pitch is a verbal presentation of these ideas. Often, they work together to share a prototype of an idea in order to gain support to move forward. Concept posters and concept pitches can be an important part of the design cycle. Both are in the prototyping phase, where we test out ideas to see which one stands up to scrutiny and is worth the resources to develop further. Remember, the design cycle is a cycle, so you may come to the prototyping phase more than once and find that a concept poster or pitch is valuable to you during any one of these cycles. Why develop a concept poster or pitch? Both concept posters and concept pitches are persuasive in nature. Concept posters are visual representations illustrating an idea. Because they are visual, they can convey ideas quickly and help people get a sense of the purpose and goals behind the idea. This helps garner support and identifies next steps for moving forward. As in the example here, you can see right away that their goal is to have people walking around at booths in a festive manner. Not only does the picture convey the idea, but the rest of the poster organizes information in a way that is easily understood by anyone who views it. Concept posters are meant to be done by hand to keep in mind that this is early in the design process and ideas are still under development and refinement. Nothing is set in stone. Concept pitches are sometimes, but not always, done in tandem with concept posters. Like a concept poster, a concept pitch is intended to quickly and clearly convey an idea to help others decide whether or not it's an idea worthy of further development. While the concept pitch is generally spoken, props are sometimes used to emphasize or illustrate points. Concept pitches allow you to verbally tell a story or provide data that may be difficult to represent visually in a poster, but that may be important for influencing your audience. Concept pitches done with an audience allow you to respond to that audience in real time, to adapt your energy, enthusiasm, and emphasis based on their response. Let's talk about the process. Concept posters are designed to be done as a team. Once an idea is identified, assemble your team and determine the key elements you want to convey in your poster. You can see a list of possibilities here to get you started. Once you have identified your key elements, make sure you know how they will be included. Illustrations, graphics, and text are all options. Then draft the layout and draw the final poster. Remember, this is not meant to be a final piece for all the world to see. It's complete enough to decide if you should move forward, make adjustments, or go back to the beginning. In the example here, you can see that a school district team used a concept poster to articulate how they used human-centered design strategies to successfully move a project forward. Here they focused on the strategies they used, shared why the methods were effective, and artifacts that demonstrated their project. The template was completed using Pages software, which allowed for importing of the images and overlaying different components onto the template. Concept pitches also start with identifying your idea. If you have a concept poster already developed, you'll want to focus on your specific audience and how to fill in those gaps. Even without a poster, you'll need your idea fleshed out enough to provide an overview verbally and make it clear in your audience's mind what you are hoping to accomplish. In-person versus virtual. When creating concept posters in person, using markers and large pieces of paper helps to ensure there's enough space to address all of the key elements of your concept in a way that is easy to see and understand. Virtually, concept posters can be designed with a template in Google Docs or Google Slides, or with a program like Mural. Whether in person or online, a template goes a long way in helping your team focus on providing the key elements in a succinct and clear manner. You'll want to make sure that the entire team that is working on a project is creating the concept poster, not just one person. You don't want one bias to skew the entire poster. Make sure whatever platform you use, you have access to supplies that make the elements easily visible. Sharpies or bold-colored markers, if in person, fonts or graphics, and more if you're online. Consider setting a time limit. The goal here is not to aim for a perfect representation or a final product. The goal is quick and clear communication so that others can easily understand and rally behind your idea. Here is an example of a possible template you can create in Google Docs or Google Slides. Notice, this is a table. It's not fancy, but it helps provide focus to key elements of an idea that people generally need to understand if they are going to support it. If one of these sections doesn't apply, leave it out. And if there's a different element that's very important, add it in. If you are using your concept poster to provide updates as a midpoint or share concepts with others, they may want to include questions other groups should consider before embarking on a similar project. Remember, if the phrasing of a question doesn't work, change it. And if you have actual artifacts or images of a work in progress to use, feel free to plug those in, especially in a virtual environment. When presenting a concept pitch in person, you may want to consider the use of props to help emphasize your key points. Consider the room you will be in and how full it will be so that you know how much room you have to move about or engage with your audience. In virtual settings, consider a video conferencing program like Zoom, Google Meets, or Microsoft Teams so that you can see your audience and they can see you. If you are using the chat or other features on these platforms, make sure a teammate is on board to assist with tech support and responding to the chat quickly. In either setting, you'll want to consider what is the main thing you want people to walk away with about your idea. Keep that front and center as you prepare. You'll want to be mindful of your energy. Enthusiasm is contagious and can be used to great effect to generate excitement around your idea. Tell stories or share data as is appropriate to your audience. And no matter what, if you're using technology, whether Zoom, microphones, or computer projections, make sure they are working before you start. Now for some tips and tricks. First, a few do's and don'ts. It's a cliche, but it's true. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Use images, graphics, and color to help quickly and effectively communicate your ideas in a concept poster. Consider simple icons rather than elaborate illustrations to get your point across quickly. When writing on a poster, make sure it is legible. If a concept poster leads to a testing phase for further development, display the poster openly for people to reference and be motivated by. Clarity and brevity in both concept posters and concept pitches are your friend. Don't get too detailed at this point. Remember, this is a team effort. Don't let one person do all the prototyping alone. Work together on both the idea and on putting together a poster and a pitch. Even if only one person delivers the pitch, the team should have input on its development. But this is the prototyping phase. Don't spend too much time on refinement of the idea. You don't want to be married to this idea in a way that makes changes hard. If you are doing a high-stakes pitch or having more than one presenter for your pitch, rehearse. Practice is your friend to make sure that you are coordinated, have the right inflection and emphasis to make sure you convey your message appropriately. Don't read directly from your concept poster or your notes. You want to be able to make eye contact and provide smiles or other appropriate facial expressions to your audience. Don't bore your audience by reading to them. And while you may want to use props, an image, or a concept poster to enhance your pitch, remember to keep them to a minimum to provide emphasis, not to do the heavy lifting of your pitch. Pitches are often shorter than 2 minutes. Your visuals should reflect that brevity. To review, concept posters and concept pitches are used in the prototyping phase of the design process to convey ideas that need broader buy-in or input before further development. Create posters with color, simple images, and brief text to capture key elements of your idea and provide a vision for the future. Use data and storytelling in your pitch to convey why this idea is a great solution worthy of further development with energy and enthusiasm that convinces others to join you in making this idea a reality. Thank you!